Hey, I'm Miracle Keach. I'm here with Donna McGuirk, and she is an amazing client at Stronger Personal Training. And at the time that we're recording, she's been there almost a year and a half, and she's seen some pretty amazing results. And she's here to talk about those results, how she got them, what it's like training there, and everything else in between. So, Donna, thanks so much for coming on and doing this. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Good to be
so
here.
let's kind of set the stage so people know where you were coming from. Okay, and we'll
Okay.
tell them where you got to in a second, but
Okay.
what was the big issue, the big struggle, the thing you were trying to overcome that led you to train here?
Well, I had my moment. I had taken a fall on my property, and I couldn't get up, and that really worried me because at the time I was 49 years old, and I was like, I'm too young for this to happen."
Hmm.
I was having trouble going up and downstairs. Simple walking from my car into the office building made me very winded, and I didn't like it. I had tried a lot of different diets, had some success and some not so much successful, and nothing but seemed to be working long term with me. And then I happened to see this ad pop up on Facebook for 21 Days Stronger, or a shred for Frank Nash Training Systems, looking for women in my age group, which I thought was a little unique. So on a whim, I signed up,
Hmm.
and I figured I could do anything for 21 days, and that's how I started there.
Okay, so you found this ad. You went in, you said 21 days, I can do this, right? Anybody can
Yep.
do this for 21 days. And you go in, were you nervous? Like, were you kind of like, I don't know what to expect? Were you a little hesitant going in?
Yeah, I was really, really nervous. They had an orientation in the morning on a Saturday morning, I believe, or a Sunday morning. And I was very nervous going in because I hadn't been in a gym for maybe about 2 years prior to that. The last time I had been at a gym, I had injured both my shoulders. So I was very nervous going in. I felt I was older than probably a lot of younger people that go. And I was intimidated knowing that I wasn't sure I could do it physically, and what would be expected of me. Would I, totally embarrass myself, whatever. But the orientation was actually very entertaining. It was fun. Frank did it. He was great. He said a lot of things that resonated with me, and it just got me very excited and
Hmm.
put me in a positive frame of mind for it. Like I thought, at least I could try. I could do it. I could
Did it
begin.
did it make you feel like alleviate some of those fears? Like once you went in, you started training, were those fears kind of like washed away? Did you start feeling really comfortable pretty quickly?
Yeah, yes, I did. The coaches were really great. They were very approachable. They were very supportive, and they took their time with me. They knew where I was obviously very out of shape, and they took their time with me and showed me that I could do it, and I just needed to start. And even if I could do one or two or five, that was great. At least I did it,
Hmm.
and I was only going to improve from there. So they didn't make me feel like I couldn't do it, or I was, wasting their time by being there, and not knowing what I was doing. So they really quickly helped alleviate my fears that I couldn't do it. So it was very, very positive almost from the get-go.
And did they like because you had some issues, right? You coming into it, physical stuff. Were they for the things that you maybe thought you weren't able to do? Were they able to modify things so that you could
Oh,
end up
yes.
getting something out of it?
Yes, they showed me modifications for almost every single move initially. Um, they have you start out trying to do the exercise correctly, and then once they see you struggling or see where your issues are, they give you the modification, and then you can go from there.
Okay.
But immediately they just made me feel like I could do it, and that
Hmm.
I wasn't there wasn't something wrong with me because I needed a modification.
Okay. All right. And what we're gonna do is we'll dive into in a second a little bit more about the trainers. But I'm curious to know about like once you get in there, like what the atmosphere is like. Like what's it like being a part of the place and other people going on and things happening there.
It's actually really welcoming. Um, Again, like I said, I was a little nervous because of my age and figuring there are a lot of more younger people there, not people my age. But there's a good mix of people there.
Hmm.
Some people older than me, some are younger, some are my age. I've actually met quite a few friends there now. But the staff is very welcoming when you come in. They welcome you. And one of the things that really impressed me at the time, because other gyms I belonged to, nobody knew who you were. They'd say hi to you, but nobody said hello, Donna, or hello by, addressed you by your name. Every single coach in there and staff member in there knew my name and would tell me a good workout, asking how I was doing. Nice to see you here tonight. So
So it was warm, and then obviously, right, training is training, right? There's hard elements to it, but is there
right.
an element of, right, being surrounded in this community, the trainers knowing who you are? Is there an element of it being fun?
Yes, yes. It's the camaraderie that they build with the team atmosphere, that we're a family, that we're there to support each other. It's very positive, and you feel like you're part of a team. You really do. You feel like you're part of a team. You're all working towards the same goal. You've got each other's back. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun to be in the classes, no matter what your fitness level is. You really feel like you're all suffering because it's not easy for anybody, no matter
Right.
what their fitness level is.
Right.
And it's really good. It makes you feel like you're all on the same team and all doing the same
So it
type
makes
of
those
thing.
tougher things a little bit easier knowing you have that support, you have the other people who are going through the same challenges,
Yes.
and it's motivating you along. But I'm guessing one of the bigger motivations for you is the results that you've seen. So
Yes.
tell me a little bit. Let's start a little bit with some of the numbers. So like, you go in, tell me what you've seen, like maybe weight lost or inches, things along those lines.
Okay. Well, I've lost a total of 54 pounds in about 16 months. It's nowhere near where my goal was. When I got there, I thought I'd be able to drop 100 pounds in the first 6 months, but it didn't happen that way. But I'm very, very pleased with the amount of weight I've lost. I'm still on the journey. Bigger for me though is the size of clothes I've lost. I've lost 4 dress sizes. And to me, that's better because nobody can see the scale. They can see the difference in my clothing and how I look. But even bigger than that, and I didn't understand it at first, was how much better I feel about myself and how much stronger and more capable I feel as a person in my strength, in my abilities. And to me, that is more important than the number on the scale at this point.
So it's given you a confidence that wasn't there before.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
How does that make you feel knowing that, right? You feel better about yourself, not only the weight loss, but like
Yes.
you've got this emotional component that wasn't there before. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel great. Makes me feel like I can achieve anything I set my mind to. I mean, it really, there's really something to be said for knowing that if you're given the tools and the right support, you can achieve. Anybody can achieve what they want. It may take you a while, it may take you longer than you thought, but you really can do it. And it's up to you. I mean, but you can do it.
Right.
And knowing that I can do it has been amazing, and it has affected me not just in my weight loss, but overall in my life going forward.
And I'm guessing, right, some side benefits of it possibly, right? Your probably energy levels have changed,
Yes.
things like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can take the stairs now. I don't mind walking from my car to the office building. I enjoy working out again. I love taking my dogs for walks, and I don't get winded, so I tire them out instead of them tiring me out like before. I'm not constantly suffering from aches and pains or having to take a nap in the middle of the afternoon just because I'm too tired from doing nothing. So it's been really, I just feel more alive, like I can accomplish more things.
And have friends, family members, have they seen this and noticed this
Oh
difference?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I mean they've noticed the physical difference, but lately I've had a lot of different people, friends and family, and even coworkers, comment on my level of confidence and how it has seemed to have grown or become more established in myself. It's just a quiet confidence that I know I can. And it's funny that people have noticed that more than anything. I seem a lot
It's
more
an energy, right, that gives off. It's a
Yes,
vibe.
yeah,
Okay.
more outgoing, more, just more confident that I can
Would you
do
go as far
things.
as say that this has been life changing?
For me, oh yes, yes. I
Okay.
would I would tell anybody and everybody who asks. I think it is one of the better things that I did for myself. I'm very grateful that I found that ad on Facebook, and I
Yeah.
on a whim I did it. Um, And I'm very grateful for everybody, all the coaches at the gym at Stronger, because they've really made an impact on my
Well,
life.
let's dive into that again. So we were talking about the coaches a little bit earlier, right? How they were welcoming, they knew your name. I'm
Yep.
still curious, right? Because any trainer or coach can, if they know what they're doing, can train you, and if you're committed, you can get results. But I want to know more about them as like people. So, like, give me a few words or phrases that kind of describe who they are as people.
Well, they all seem to have the similar characteristics. They're very approachable. They're very friendly. They're very encouraging. They're very supportive and positive.
Hmm.
There is very little I feel uncomfortable asking them about my journey or goals I want to set. I do not feel like they're judging me or thinking it's unrealistic. They're willing to work with me and set a realistic path for me. Um, and they're friendly. They always have a smile on their face. They're great to see you. And it's they're fantastic. They
They
really are.
care.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And they when I've been doing shreds now since I started there. Every time they've offered a shred, and the coaches, I mean, they know you're doing the shred, and they ask you how it's going, what you're struggling with, and they really seem like they care. They want to know. They want to know how they can help you. And one time, I was sick through most of the shred, and they're like, well, that happens, but at least you powered through. I mean, it's nice knowing that somebody understands what you're going through and is still supportive of you and not making you feel like you failed. Like
Hmm.
I've never felt like I've failed at all since I've been there.
Okay.
I've stumbled or I've gained some weight back and lost it again, but they've never made me felt like I don't belong
Okay.
there then.
So then along those lines, I guess let's say there's someone who is hearing your story, right? They're thinking about signing up, they're thinking about joining, but they've been through a lot of experiences like you were in the past. They're afraid of gyms or getting hurt,
Yeah.
and they're kind of on the fence. They're hesitant. So what would you want to tell somebody like to convince them to let them know that this probably is a good place for them?
Don't even just do it. You have to start somewhere and you have to take that first step. Uh, Stronger is the best place to do that. The coaches, you won't regret it. The coaches, the staff, the other members at the gym, they will help you get there. Frank and his team are going to give you all the tools you need. And granted, it's all up to you to use them, but you have the support system there in order to take advantage of it. They will give you everything you need, and then they will help support you and have your back while you do it.
Okay.
You, you have to do it. It's the best thing in the world. It really is.
Well, Donna, thank you for coming on, sharing your experience, what it's like working out there, training, the whole process, the results, and how they've helped you. I really appreciate it, and I want to wish you the best of luck in the
Oh,
future.
thank you.